Hello there. We are here to talk about The Last of Us. This is season 1. Joel. Joel hasn't gone golfing yet. So, first season. I think everyone's pretty much agreed it's a great adaptation of the series, and I love it. It's almost too perfect in the way that it's just like, it's a really good cover where you're just like, cool, but what new do you bring to people that have already seen it? The people that have already played the games, there's not really it's kind of like, oh, that's cool to see in live action, but also it's kind of like, yeah, it's cool, we'll just go play the game again. Like, I mean, obviously it's quicker to play that, I think. Sure. But well, I was like, yeah, I think it'll be quicker. Working it out. About 10 hours, probably less. Yeah. About 10 hours. Yeah. I think there's only 2 episodes that go, an hour and a half. So, and that's probably an overestimation, to be fair. Anyway, that's just me rambling. Last of Us season 1 is great. So the way I talk about it is like, I'm gonna go through. I think I'll go through each episode. I did I've grabbed a little quick plot synopsis so I can remember which episode we're talking about. I'll just go through. Let's just go through each episode. There will be spoilers. If you have a problem with it, I will say this show is great. Episode 1. When you're lost in the darkness. It's the opening from the original game, which has the flash, the kind of day of infection, everything kind of breaking down. This movie does it differently to the games, in that the games start in 2013 when the game came out, and it flash forwards to 2033, whereas the movie does it differently. Wait, no. 2033. Yeah, that works. Whereas the movie does it differently, and it starts in 2003, and then flashes to 2023 when the actual show came out. Alice's first season came out. They're doing it a little bit differently. I don't know if it's just they can do more nostalgia rather than, it would be, I know it's like one of those things where like maybe a little less dated in a way. It's like you don't want to make current day references as much, whereas if it's like, it's 20 years in the past, all the references, because obviously media shuts down at like 2003, so you're like, cool, we can't make any 2004 references to I don't know. I'm trying to think of what happens in 2004. My brain's gone blank. That means they only ever got the first 2 seasons of like Star Trek Enterprise, which is a shame. Maybe they got a little bit of season 3. They never got to finish the arc. The whole new arc in season 3. It's a whole season long arc, and they never got to finish it. Maybe it's just they want a bit more nostalgia rather than making what is essentially a year or 2 before references. It would make more sense. And get to see Joel in his gruff self, his moody ass self. Gotta escort Ellie. He's the only man for the job. Everyone else is... Anyway. I think it... No, wait, some of our people are alive, but it's just... he's the best man for the job. That's kind of season 1. It is a very long episode. It's a lot of obviously all of us are like very accurate to the show game. Yeah, no real problems with it. It's one of the things where it's like everything is just like I do like Tess. I got kind of surprised with Xanatov, like Fringe and like the Heavenly Sword, the Mind Hunter stuff. I was like, So I knew, yeah, I know Joel was played by the Mandalorian, but Pedro Pascal. But I was like, whether you're like, oh, hello. Yeah, so it was a little bit of nice pride. Yes. Episode 2, infected. Guess what? Tess gets infected. Gonna have to make the like first. This one, you get to see a little bit more of the outside world. Yeah, you at least see a little bit more of the outside world, which is cool. Yeah, I love the set design. It looks great. Obviously, you don't get as many big panning shots outside as much, but it still looks great. Yeah, Ellie gets affected. Episode 3, long time. Best episode hands down. And this is where I talk about this show being mostly just a really good cover. This episode, takes something from the original and just makes it 10 times better. I mean, in fact, it kind of completely rewrites it, and it's 10 times better. Like, you get to see this romance between Frank and Bill, and basically Bill not being, well, basically Bill being an actual good character. Yeah, I feel like in the game he was just like a bit of an ass. And then a little bit of a joke where it's like, haha, here's gay porn. And that was it. And you're like, Whereas this is like, oh no, there's allusions to the fact he is gay in the games, but it's a bit more of just like a, yeah. Anyway, kind of one of those blink if you miss it type things. Whereas this is like, oh no, shit, this is a full-blown great episode of a love story. Oh, this is making me tear up, like, And rewrites it the fact that, whereas in the game you obviously meet Bill, and I'm pretty sure Frank is as a kid. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But yeah, you get to see Bill, but you don't see anyone else. Whereas in the TV show, Frank has died. He's it's end of life. He kind of takes pills to himself, and then Bill also takes his life because it's just like he can't go on without him. And in some ways, this is such a tragic like love story, and it's 10 times better. It honestly is. It improves so much on the original game, and that's why I think this one's so good. Oh, so good. But this one, a lot of the other stuff is like, oh, this is a good cover. Like, but it doesn't really stand out on its own. Which, is one of those things where we always complain about an action, these adaptations being, not accurate to the game, or the manga, or the anime, or the book, or whatever. And this one is super accurate, but a little bit to a fault, which is obviously the bad part where you're just like, bit of a cover. Right, let's get to the next episode. Let me pull up there we go. Please hold my hand. Yes. Get to see Joel and Ellie meet Henry and Sam. Kind of like a lot of these this one's like a very much, it's just like a mini, like they're not called part 1 and part 2, but they're very much like a this is kind of like a part 1 and part 2 in some ways, whereas like with Endure and Survive, which I do like the both actors that play both characters. Perfect. No notes. Accurate. And I really enjoy them. And it's one of those things where it's just a bit like there's almost a little bit no tension because I'm just like, oh, I kind of know where this is going. Play the game, and that's one of those things where I'm like, this is great, but it's not. It is made for people that played the game, but also not, because you're not. I'm gonna stop repeating myself. Getting very preety. But yeah, those are great, and then like I said, they're kind of a part 1 and part 2. That's at least what I see those two as. So then we have episode 6. We finally get to see Tommy. Yay! Tommy's back. After we saw him in the first episode. You like you like to see this Joel's just like, just take Ellie. No, you take care of her. And it's not it's almost like a little bit he is growing attached to her. He's like, no, you take care of her. Yes, this is a good one. Still much. Maybe it's because I was drinking. Maybe. It was enjoyable. I think that then you get once you get to like, then the next few episodes are much better. Not to say they're bad, but we get to see Left Behind, which is named after the DLC Left Behind. And it's very much that. We mostly get the flashbacks. I enjoy this one. I enjoy it. Great. I love seeing that relationship. I like seeing some Mortal Kombat 2. Get to see some Mortal Kombat 2 in my The Last of Us, which I think is much better than what we got in the original game. It was like a kind of made up game. I prefer Mortal Kombat 2. I don't remember if did I see any other. I don't remember if I saw any other games in there. Might have done. Yeah, anytime I see an arcade in like any TV show, I'm like, what have you got in this arcade? What have you got in there? I'm literally like, I'm pausing watching the show, just like, that's like that. What was I watching recently? I think it was an episode of Psych. I definitely saw some Street Fighter 3 in it. Yeah, it's definitely Street Fighter 3. I can't remember which version of Street Fighter 3. I didn't like pause it and then pull up some stuff, but it's definitely Street Fighter 3. But yeah, that's unmistakable. But I was just like, I don't know Street Fighter 3 enough to know of immediately which version of it is. But that's a good. That's a fun relationship, and I think they're really good. Both actors playing, not Riley and Ellie, perfect. To that kind of again, another tragic love story. Oh. But this is basically Ellie trying to take care of Joel. And episode 8, where she's probably again still trying to take care of Joel. Joel's not in a supermarket. Shopping centre, that's the one. It's a lot smaller, which again is what I say is like, it kind of makes sense in some ways. It's a little bit smaller scale. It's probably because it costs a lot more. And you do see a shopping center in for Riley and Ellie's scenes, so that was definitely didn't, you know, skip on that. Makes it weird to not have it also for Joel, but I guess maybe, yeah, location wise they probably felt this fits better. So yeah, I think I'm trying to think if it, I guess yeah, there's I'm trying to, I just can't remember if Joel gets healed and then we see the cannibals or not. I'm gonna have to replay games. I might have to get part 1 at some point. I think it might be on PlayStation Plus. That might be something I start once I've finished a few games. I did recently start Shadow Generate and also Jump Force. Stop starting games. So yeah, episode 8. When we are in need. We can see the cannibals. David, the leader, who is he's doing really good as like the actor in that is doing really good. It's like that kind of arsehole villain. The kind of villain you're like, I fucking hate you. You remember we see Troy Baker in it as well. Kind of right hand man. Which is also nice to see. I see a little bit of Troy Baker. It's always a bit weird. I'm like, oh, but that's Joel. Joel doing what? Joel, what are you doing? But no, it does really well. Yeah, so good as villains, and this is maybe some of the best. I'll be honest, I think this might be one of the best, episodes for Ellie as a character. Get to see her properly going up against David. It's just the way she just the way she just like kind of really spits venom at him and just fucked up he is. And, oh, you cannibals! Fuck you. But then, obviously the cannibals die. David dies. I guess we don't really know what happens. You know what happens to that town after? I can't remember if we'd ever find out what happens to that town after this. That might be worth looking up. I'll look it up at some. Episode 9 is, I think, the shortest of all the episodes. And we know what's going to happen. Yeah, this is where Joel finally meets up with the Fireflies. And, we're going to prepare a vaccine. Except the vaccine, we need to, how do we do it? We need to kill Ellie because it's in her brain. Joel goes all out to basically just goes kind of all postal and just kills pretty much anyone in his path other than like the few nurses. He kills pretty much everyone, including the doctor, which maybe come into season 2. Look forward to that. Yeah, kills pretty much everyone in his path. This goes on a bit of a rampage, and it is so good. Really good episode. And yeah, like I said, this show's great. It's just a little bit like I've seen it. It's just like I don't mean that in a dismissive way. It is a little bit like cool. It's almost a little bit like no tension in some ways because I just go, I know what's happening here. Yeah, we know where this is going. So it's a little bit, yeah. That's why episode 3 is probably one of the best ones, especially for people who've played the games, because you're like, oh shit, oh what they did what? Oh, I think episode 3 is definitely the best episode, bar none. I don't know if that is because I've played the game, so every episode every episode, every other episode. Wow, my brain is out today. I'm gonna go to bed in a minute. Every episode, every other episode is a really good cover. But ultimately, it's kind of mostly that is a really good cover. And don't get me wrong, this show is excellent. Like, and I'm sure there's loads of people that are experiencing The Last of Us for the first time and enjoying it, because I think this show did really well, even without video game nerds going awesome. And it is. Just I have some problems. But I enjoyed it. And yeah. I think that's now. I think I've rambled on enough about this. I will probably wait until season 2 is out on Blu-ray. Because I'm a Blu-ray nerd. Blu-ray. Opted for the 4K version because I thought if I can get the 4K version. This time I will try and go 4K now, if that's available, and it's not astronomically expensive compared to normal Blu-ray. But yeah, it's me. I'll see you for then. And yeah, I might try and play the Last of Us part 1 and part 2 at some point. Figure out when to do that. Maybe while the show's coming out. Maybe. But then again, I feel like someone might pop in on my chat and be like, I'm gonna spoil it for you. Even, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna change it at all. Who knows? We'll look forward to that. And I will sign off and say, live long and prosper. We'll see you next time for, I think, some horror films. I haven't quite picked what I'm gonna play. But I am thinking, since I've got a lot of shark-based horror, I want to go back to the OG. I want to go to Jaws. I think that may be what we're doing next. But I could be made a liar if I don't have time for Jaws, because the first 2 Jaws films are quite long. So we'll find out. But for now, I say, live long and prosper. I already said that. But okay, bye!